What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Trading Learning 101. It's February 2nd, 2021. I want to talk about a very important lesson, and this topic's going to be revolved around emotional trading. Knowing when to cut it, when to move on. If you got a big loser, you can't let it dictate your future. You got to accept it, learn from it, and move on. Today was a very hard day in the stock market. It was just a consistent battle, back and forth, back and forth. I would be down, I'd get to break even, I'd get down, back to break even. And when I finally was able to push ahead and profit, that's the greed part coming in. You want more of it. So then you end up biting off more than you could chew, and then you're down on the day. And I just want to highlight with this video as well that it's not all sunshine and rainbows. We took a big loss today, for sure. Getting FOMO, fear of missing out, trying to catch a falling knife, just getting ahead of yourself. So I'm about to bring it up and show it to you guys. And the ticker that ran a lot today, Sava, right here. As you can see, I took a $26,000 loss on this. This stock today ran from $25 all the way up to $75 pretty much. A $50 move to the upside. All morning, I didn't pay no attention to this. I told myself I'm not going to chase after this. Let it run, let it run. I'm not going to chase after it. And then when it finally topped out and it starts to downtrend, now I'm looking for a retracement on it. And what did I end up doing? I ended up catching a falling knife. When you have a stock that gets very, very, very overextended like this, it could just keep falling and falling and falling. It does not have to bounce. It did bounce a little bit, and I thought it was going to bounce. That was my thinking process. I got stubborn a few times on this. First, I was down $12,000, and then when it finally did start to bounce, I jumped back in, and I was only able to get back 4,000 of it. And I didn't stop just there. I just kept trading because I wanted to try to dig myself out of the hole. Instead of just cutting it and walking away and recognizing my emotions, I completely ignored it and I kept pushing on. I go at it again, and I kept trying to go after scalps. And I'm paying attention to the 1 minute time frame. I'm disregarding the 5-minute chart, the 10-minute chart. I'm getting tunnel vision on a 1 minute time frame. So then I see my profit go into the red even more. Now my emotions really start to get triggered. And then I scale out of it. And before I know it, I'm down over 20K on this one specific stock. Total for the day, I'm down $20,000. But if I want to be a big money trader, I have to accept this and move on. You guys see me post all my P&Ls. I have $8,000 days, $10,000 days, $15,000, $20,000 days. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. You have to deal with your losers. I used to get sick to my stomach when I would lose a couple $1,000s. Now, losing a couple $1,000s doesn't even faze me. And I'm not trying to flex or brag about that. It's everybody is on their own journey and at a specific part in their trading career. For me, I'm starting to transition into bigger money plays because I've grown my portfolio up bigger and I'm starting to develop more as a trader. So for me, this stings a little bit. You know, I'm not sick to my stomach. I know $20,000 is a lot of money, and a lot of people can do a lot of things with that. But if I want to be a big money trader like Ross Cameron, Madaz, who's posting $100,000 days, I have to accept this, learn from it, and keep pushing on. I can easily let this get to me and then have it be on my mind tomorrow, the next day, and try to dig myself out of a hole and let this one trade dictate the rest of the week for me. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take a step back. I'm going to learn what I did wrong, recognize it, and I'm going to continue on. You have to be careful in this game. Like I just mentioned earlier, you could get tunnel vision, your emotions can start going off, and you don't even recognize it. So this is why I preach it's always good to monitor your thoughts while in the market. Because if you're not monitoring your consistent thoughts, your emotions are going to override you and they're going to take it over. We all know it's easy to push a button to buy and sell. We all know that. So if you recognize your emotions and you recognize you're emotional and being reckless, you have to be the better man, admit you're wrong, and walk away. It's as simple as that, but it's hard to do. Like I said, I'm a little hurt over this loss, but I'm not sick to my stomach. I know I have the capability of jumping back, getting back on the horse, and continuing forward. This is just a setback. We all experience losses as a trader. It's how you deal with your trades and your losses that separate you from the rest. I wanted to jump on, guys, make this quick lesson. I think it is a very, very, very valuable lesson. I hope you all were able to take away something from this. Take away something from one of my losses. It'll be all right. You know, today sucked for sure, but I just kept pushing on. I didn't recognize it was a hard day in the market. I kept falling behind, breaking even, falling behind, breaking even. And as soon as I got ahead, I didn't stop there. Look at how many trades I traded today. I traded BBBY, Bed Bath & Beyond. I made 6,000 on that. BNGO was a hard one today. It kept looking like it was going to break out, but it didn't. And I gave up on it because I knew what they were doing. They were trapping people, making it look like it was going to squeeze up, but then they'd fade it off. I lost 6,000 on that. CCIV, just over 2,000 this morning trading that right there. EYPT, that was this morning as well. I think that this was one of my first trades right here. I had the right idea, but my timing was off. And as you could see, it spiked up over 13 all the way up to 1365. But I was really, really early on this play. And I lost almost $1,000 on it. HOL, made almost $400 on that one. I just wasn't feeling it. And then later on in the day, it runs. MBRX, just over $500. This was a tricky one as well. Breaking over that $8, it was having a real hard time doing that. And I was just being cautious and safe because I don't want to be holding 6,000 shares at $8 and then have it flush down $1 on me. So this did end up going and grinding up. I didn't chase after it. I'm proud of myself for that, but I didn't touch it for the rest of the day because I didn't feel comfortable with that stock. OCGN made just over 4,000 on this. And this is why I don't like trading these stocks under $3 because they move 10 cents at a time. And you really have to load up to make a good profit on this. I had to buy 25,000 shares just for it to move up 20 cents and make just over $4,000. And it kept going. It ran all the way up to 350. But I also had to wait a long time to make that $4,000. I think I waited around 20 minutes for this to move up 20 cents. But I was so desperate. There was nothing really going on, and OCGN was like the only one performing. So this is what I traded midday. OSS, this was just a stupid trade. Chasing after it right here on this pullback, and it failed, and I got out on the bounce. Lost over 4,000 on that. This one was just a stupid trade. A stupid trade. VXRT. This one was towards the end of the day. I made just over almost 5,000 on it. Traded it 2 times right here. And at the end of the day when it was pushing up over 20, 23, 24. But then I had that bad really bad trades on Sava, trying to catch a falling knife, not listening to my emotions, getting stubborn, and I paid for it. Now look at it, it bounced all the way up to 60 bucks. You know, when you have an idea about something and you're forcing it, not letting the trade tell you when it's ready, you're going to pay for it. This game's all about patience. You could have the right idea, but if your timing's off, you know, that's where it gets you. And that's where the emotional swirl downturn can happen. But no worries. I'll take this loss. I'll move on. I want to share it with you guys because in this game, it's not all sunshine and rainbows, like I said. It's an up and down emotional roller coaster. For some people, day trading is not for everybody. You know, there's people out there that would have freaked out over losing this kind of money. And as traders, you have to emotionally condition yourself for days like this. You can't let it get to you and just destroy your career. It's a never ending process. I need to work on my risk management more. I know that. You're always working and learning on something as a trader. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Join the Trading Learning 101 community where we all grow as traders and investors. And I will see you guys in the next one. Hit that like button for me, and I'll see you guys later. Have that patience, have that discipline, and study, study, study. Later.
The most valuable commodity I know of is information. Wouldn't you agree?